Hey, bacon lovers out there on YouTube, this is Harry Bacon Gamer. I have gotten addicted to watching speedrunners, and I thought I would try my hand at it. I'm doing the TurboGrafx 16 version of Cadash. If you know it from the arcade or Genesis, you're going to see a few differences. One main difference is that there's a lot of screen transitions, so this will be slightly slower. I find the graphics are a little bit nicer, the music's a little bit nicer, but that's about it. So I've got my iPhone here. I'm going to start right when I hit run. We're going to stop it right after I'm talking to the princess because that's the last of the input. So, 3, 2, 1, go. So I found the ninja is the best. He's got the highest movement speed after he levels up, and you don't have to name your character. Yeah, somehow they've translated Balrog into Buragoo, or something like that. There's a few other jokes from the translations and stuff that I'll point out. So you notice right now, he moves kind of slow. Believe it or not, he actually moves faster than at least two of the other characters. He's slightly weaker. The first area that I get to that I start grinding, you'll notice that it takes 2 hits to kill the enemy. Immediately at level 2, it starts getting faster. He only takes 1. It's trying to avoid that bat. You notice that when I attack, if I'm on the ground, I stop. I can't do anything about that. So attacking from the air would be better, but it's a lot harder to hit an enemy properly. These are the guys I'm going to be farming. One thing that we're going to be abusing is screen spawning. By being right here at this pile of skulls, and just using the edge of the screen to where they spawn, it will spawn an endless number. Sometimes I can even get 2 on screen from that. It's a really great action RPG. I've always really enjoyed this game. Now you see it only takes me 1 hit to kill these guys, so now you see a dramatic increase in speed. I'm going to get a total of 4 piles of money, I think it is here. I haven't quite done the math on money. It's the only thing I really haven't done. We'll be staying in only 1 time in the entire game. And pretty much relying on medical herbs and elixirs when I find them. Now, is that 3 or 4? I lost count, so I'm going to take 1 more as a safety. And that should be all the money I'm going to need for a little while. I've been practicing this for a while, and my best time is just over 30 minutes. And I'm trying to get a sub 30-minute speedrun. For the Genesis and arcade versions and the Taito Legends Collection 2, the best time is about 26 minutes. But with that version, it's an arcade port, which can show the entire dungeon on screen at a given time. You'll notice if you have played those versions, some of these maps are slightly different. Example, there's a big temple skip that we're going to be doing. I'm going to attempt to do with as little damage as possible, using damage boosts and everything else. If you have enough defense, you only get knocked back a little bit, but if you vastly are overpowered by the enemy, which will be the case in the water temple skip, then you get knocked back a lot. Like that. That was just a little hit. If the enemy has a lot more attack than you, then it will knock you back a lot farther. And I royally screwed that jump up. Okay, so it did not damage boost through that very well. You'll notice if you played the other versions that trap right there is a little messed up. It's supposed to have one of the giant eyeballs coming from behind you and in front of you at the same time, and they kind of forgot to program half of it. It's got that Castlevania jump thing where you have to commit to your jump, kind of. First boss. I'll get back to the jump thing in a little bit. The ninja's superior ranged weapon comes in massively helpful here. Voila. It's got that kind of Castlevania jumpish thing. You kind of have to commit to the jump, and if you're already in the air, you can't just instantly decide to move forward even just a little bit. Okay, to set up for this skip is very simple. The very first thing is I will be staying in the inn. This is that one time I was talking about. And I should have more than enough money for right now. That's the first weapon and armor shop. We're going to be skipping that because it's just an upgrade for the ninja that we don't need. That house I just passed has a key for one door in the water temple, which, like I said, we're going to be skipping. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all we're going to be buying from there. Another thing that you might notice if you've played the other versions is I do not know how much experience I need to next level, how much gold I have until I hit a shop, how many herbs and antidotes I have, or any of that stuff. Even if I pause, it doesn't show me. Now, water hurts because you're supposed to beat this temple and get an item. And I'm already off to a really bad start in this area. Oh, I am off to a really bad start. Okay, hit me. There we go. That was weird. I'm gonna need an herb. Ooh. I may not live through this. Well, I mean, I'll live through this. It's gonna be the next area that gets me. Okay, so that was terrible. I have done that so much better and so much worse, so... Okay, now we're going to get the upgrade for the ninja. This will allow us to throw a star, medium, low, and high at the same time. You'll see that here in a second. Oh, part of me is like, try to go hit a shop, but the other part of me is like, it's time. There is a shop through this door, but it's going to add several minutes to my time. So these guys are not very fast, unless you aren't facing them. And then they are extremely fast. He's going to hit me. He's gonna hit me, probably. Nope, okay. This is actually my second attempt recording this today. The last one I got a game over. I may or may not post it because I just kind of ended it abruptly. Because I was kind of more in shock than anything else. So by hitting that one and turning around, you notice that hitting stuns them for a second. By doing that, I can get two of these guys on the screen at the same time. And I didn't walk forward enough. Oh. Okay. Wait. I want more than one on the screen. Besides that one skip, which saves about 15 minutes, to me anyways, there really isn't too many more skips you can do. I have timed out skipping an optional boss that gives an elixir, but getting the elixir, it counts as a medical herb that allows you to get healed for full instead of just 10 health. and I find that if I skip that, I run a greater risk of a complete game over, and it allows me to skip staying at an inn again. Uh-oh. You notice now they didn't knock me super far back like they did earlier. That's because my level has increased enough and my defense is now high enough that they only did 10 or 6 damage instead of like 30 or whatever it was. And it wasn't 30, but still. I may get another game over. To count as an official record, I have to play this with a capture card in the actual console, but I've been practicing on this. Just so that I can show off what I've learned, is why I'm making the actual video. I have tried not going to level 5 at first and not going to level 10 here. I end up dying way too often. Uh-oh. So, here's... if I can get up there. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Real quick, damage boost. I think I am out of herbs. Maybe. Oh, I had one left. How many more do I have? Probably not enough. Okay. I am having bad luck. That was 11 minutes and 40 seconds in. Okay, I'm going to practice this a lot more before I attempt another speedrun. Oh yes, this is the really weird story. I'm not going to let that play. Okay. I need to go back to practicing before I do this again. So, that's part of Cadash on speedrun. I did terribly compared to how I usually do. I'm going to practice and try again later. Until then, everyone have a good one.